Hey friends, it's been a while since we saw each other. I'm sorry, I was sick, I was traveling, I was burned out, and it all got me thinking. What are the things that, no matter what happens in life, stay the same, aka my wellness routine? Let's talk about it. So, first of all, what is this wellness situation? What is this word? So, it's basically when you feel good, both mentally and physically. And if you hear some chewing and like noises, the cat is having his lunch. So, first things first, workouts, yoga, cycling, high intensity, running. And I was one of those people who hate sports. Like, I was forced to do the dancing, to do the swimming when I was younger. So I grew up and I was like, no, 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 I don't like sports. I hate it. I tried going to the gym with and without personal trainer. I tried cycling. First time ever I tried cycling or spinning in Canada. I was like, hell no, I'm not coming back ever, because if you have or have never been to cycling, they have those scoreboards and you have those rankings and the instructors be like, let's go, you can do it. I was like, I already did a lot to come to this class. I don't need those, competition kind of thing. So I was like, no, no. And on top of that, I was literally dying. I was like, I cannot. My physical situation cannot do that. Anywhozy, then I moved to Portugal and my friends invited me to try cycling. And I didn't hate it. That's a surprise. I tried it once, twice, thrice, and I kind of liked it. And 2 years later, I realized one thing. If there is good music, I will be working out. If there is no music, no, not happening. Like, if the music is blasting and it's good music, I enjoy the process. I'm like, yeah, let's go, whatever. But if I go to, a boring class, no music class, no. Another thing that keeps me sane while going through hard times is eating balanced meals. I try to choose and try different recipes. I try to eat what's in season, and that can be easily found on the internet. You can Google, like, what is it, March, April, seasonal produce, and see what's good. Honestly, I could easily eat pasta and meatballs every day, but I know it's not good for me. I used to overeat carbs all the time until I started working with a dietitian. I worked with her for a month last year. First of all, I lost a bunch of weight, I think 10 kilos. Since then, it's been like more than a year. I haven't gained a single gram back. That's really fascinating to me because I've been doing all kinds of diets since the age, I don't even know, 14, 15 maybe. That's just a miracle. But balanced meals, we can talk about them some other time. So what I also realized, that routines, that's what I like, that's what I love. Before all the heavy travels associated with moving to Europe, first world problems, I didn't realize how important the routines are for me. I was like, who cares about those morning rituals? Who cares about that? But then when I spent a month, 2 months traveling and not having my morning rituals, my, coffee grinder and my, face masks before going to bed, because realistically, I don't take my masks with me when I travel. So at some point I was like, I kind of miss that. I need to have the same bedtime routine. I need to have same morning routine, workout routine. I try to work out 3 times a week. Sometimes when it gets boring in Lisbon, for example, in winter, I can work out 4 times a week. But again, I don't force myself. I know that I will feel good after the workout. So when I'm feeling kind of down, I'm like, I'm gonna go try. You can always leave the classroom if you don't feel like finishing the class. I mean, I've never done it before, but there is an option. Another routine of mine, I think, is reading. I try to read before going to bed. I do not succeed all the time, but I try. Don't think that I'm like that perfect it's TikTok girl. No. Like the other week, I opened my iPad. I scrolled through 10 books. I read 2 pages. I was like, I'm done. I can't. I don't feel like reading those books. And they are all different books. Self-help, true crime kind of thing, creativity. I couldn't. I was just like, well, I tried. I think one major change that helps me to keep, Sane is that I stopped setting those goals for sports, for food, for anything related to wellness and like well-being. I'm a naturally competitive person, and when I set goals, no good, my friends, no good. I'll be, working out and then like restricting myself and limiting, and then if I don't reach those goals, I'll be disappointed. So I was like, you know what? We do sports for fun. We eat food for energy. We're not working out 3, 4 times a week to lose weight. Yeah, it's a nice benefit, but that's not the main goal. Because if you have this goal of like, I need to lose 5 kilos, you'll be going to your classes or like workouts, gym, whatever, and you'll be like, are they gone? Like, are they gone? Are they gone now? Maybe now? Not happening. I saw the results of, for example, working with a dietitian in a month and a half, I think. Before that, I looked the same, I felt the same, but then I started all like the measurements and everything. I was like, okay, all right. Same with cycling. I would go cycling, but I won't see any, like muscle and whatever. But then when I take pictures so I can keep track of my body, whatever, I see the results, but you're not gonna see them like, overnight. So I stopped all that BS. I don't wanna, no, it's not good for my mental health. Quitting alcohol is also bad for my mental health, and I realized that only after quitting drinking. Today is 6 months of me being sober. If you told me that a few years ago, I'd be like, no. But yeah, you don't feel it in the moment. You're like, oh yeah, I might be a little bit hungover. Oh yeah, I like feel shitty, but whatever, it's fun. Like, alcohol, a glass of wine, or maybe like a Negroni or something. But like now, looking back, yeah, no. I think I'm in the clearest state I've ever been in my life. Yeah, I don't think we'll be friends with alcohol. I don't want to say ever, but anytime soon, no. Another thing that really helps my well-being is sleep. I know, as cliche as it sounds, 8-9 hours of sleep a day, and I am the best version of myself. If I get less sleep, ask my husband. He'll be like, I don't know her. When I sleep for like, 6.5, 7 hours, I might be fine. But if we're traveling and we have those, 6 a.m. flights, and I've slept for 3 hours, 4 hours, I personally will not be very happy to be next to a person like me. No, if I don't get my 8 hours, no. The day is garbage. I don't want to live this day. I want to go back to bed, sleep my 8 or 9 hours, and then, we start again. I normally go to bed around midnight, wake up around 8:39. Some days when I have 9 a.m. workouts, I can wake up at like 7:30 or whatever, because I like to have my coffee in peace. I like to have my pre-workout snack, aka banana. So 7:30. I try to not set alarms. I don't know. I've noticed when I stopped setting them up, I just wake up at 8 a.m. and I'm like, let's go. When I have an alarm, I'm like, ugh, I feel terrible. I don't know if there is any science behind that, but it's just a personal feeling. While being sick, I also realized how important hobbies, learning, development. I got myself piano. I mean, it's a MIDI controller with a piano, but I don't have space for a full digital piano. Also, they're freaking expensive. So I was like, I'll get this and see if I'm gonna play. And I do play, which is interesting. I think by the age of 32, I've learned how to manage my ADHD. I've learned about motivation and like how to make things happen. So yeah, I'm learning how to play piano. But also trying new recipes. It's also learning. It's also development. Learning languages. I haven't installed back Duolingo. I'm learning Portuguese. I know it's Brazilian Portuguese over there, but it's still helpful to, see those structures. Maybe learn some vocabulary. Because I know, for example, that like in European Portuguese, the juice is sumo. In Brazilian is suco. So I know those differences. Well, maybe because I'm at level like A1 and it might get harder, but for now, I'm good. Also taking a bunch of classes on Skillshare, from like lighting for videos and everything to like script writing to writing music. But just in case for the future, it's just, I don't know, it's just interesting. I just like taking those courses, that's it. And on top of that, some obvious things to do to stay well, to be well. Annual checkups. If you're feeling different or whatever, maybe you have like mood swings like crazy, or you have, I don't know, crazy period cramps, go get a checkup done. Honestly, you don't have to run to the hospital every time you're like, I'm feeling kind of like unstable. But if you notice it's been present in your life for a certain period of time, get an annual checkup, check your hormones, check everything. That's what I do. I'm not getting any younger, you know, I'm 32, so I need to check everything holistically. Also, trying to learn about work and life balance, because when you work for yourself, especially when you're a creator, when you have shit ton of things to do, you never stop. You know, you work, you do your job. So I work in IT, I'm a product designer, so I do my design jobs, then I switch to my creator job, and it's like 24/7. I'm learning to be like, hey, it's 7 or 8 p.m. depending on what time I started my day. I'll be like, go play PlayStation, go read the book, go just watch some TV. I mean, you need to be resting. That's very important, because if you're gonna be working 24/7, no good. I think taking care of yourself is definitely an investment in future you. You might not see the results today, tomorrow, next week, but you will definitely notice them over time. And in order to do so, you will need to learn a C word: consistency. Honestly, just don't think about the results. Just be consistent, show up, and that's the key to success. And it's okay to give yourself a break sometimes. It's okay to be lazy and skip your nighttime routine. I mean, we're not getting younger, but from time to time, that's fine. Like, sometimes I forget to wear my retainers, so what can I do? I'm a human. I'm not like, you know, a robot who's like, okay, nighttime routine, morning routine, workout routine, whatever routine. So that's fine. That's fine. You might skip some workouts because you're sick or you have your period or whatever. We are humans after all. Cheers to that. Thank you for being here with me, and see you soon. Bye.